There's just no such thing as balance, unfortunately. I also have ADHD. I was diagnosed with severe anxiety, depression, like survival mode. Every failure that I used to think was a failure has propelled me into some type of success. You do not have to have the confidence to step into the Baldie life. The confidence comes after stepping into the Baldie life.
This healing moment is brought to you by every single listener who's on a self-love journey, and maybe one day, a mental health platform. Could it be you? Now, let's get back to the episode. Today's guest doesn't just redefine beauty, she dares it to evolve. Chidi Tiffany is a creative force, a beauty founder, and a bald baddie, turning scalp care into a statement. But if you think it's just about what's on the outside, think again. She's the founder of Baldare, a scalp-first beauty brand built on self-love and intention. She's taken her pain, her pivots, and her power and turned them into purpose. Chidi, welcome to the Baldie Diaries.
Wow, that was so nice. Thank you.
Of course,
Oh
yes.
my gosh, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Good. I'm so happy to have you. And so let's break the ice before we talk about anything about the past. I want to start with who you are right now in this moment, this season of you, and in this exact season. What does confidence look like for you?
Yeah. Well, for one, I know this season of myself is so different than even just 6 months or a year ago. But I would say the key difference now is the grace that I'm giving myself to know that everything is a process, know that things will come in due time, to know that my experience, my journey, my passion, my purpose is completely different than the next person, although we may appear to be similar. So I think that's really where I am in my season of life right now.
Yeah.
And through that season, the feeling and the definition of confidence for me has changed. I think the foundation of it has always been the same. Yeah. But I think now, as an almost 30-year-old woman, I have found a different type of confidence that I didn't have before. I have a confidence in myself to know that I've done my best. I've shown up the way I can in regards to work, relationships, everyday life, self-care, all those things in between. So I think the confidence that I have now is deeper than I had before. And I'm just like trying to constantly remind myself of that while being present in the moment as well.
That was a great answer. And
Thanks.
you spoke about your confidence being it's a new definition. What is your definition of confidence?
That's a great question. Right now, my definition of confidence is living your truth while being kind to others.
Yeah.
And living the life you believe that you should be living, regardless of anybody around you, regardless of what society thinks you should be doing, just truly knowing who you are and essentially just following through with that, like just going with the flow, knowing who you are and just following your passion. So I think that's essentially what confidence, at least right now for me, means. Yeah.
Seriously, great answer. And I'm going to hit you with like a big question of who are you?
Oh man. Well, who am I? I think that's a beautiful question, first of all, because I think who I am changes over time.
Yeah,
So right now, who I am a young woman striving to always be better, but not too hard on herself, knowing that life comes and goes. Life shouldn't be too serious. I used to define who I am with my productivity and my accomplishments, but I'm realizing and really internalizing that that's not true anymore. So I am love, I am kind, I am confidence, I am goofiness, weirdness, all those quirkiness, things in between. And I'm just a person who is trying to figure out life and just take it one day at a time, to be honest.
Wow. You really hit me because I'm 25 and just like getting to my mid 20s, I do have a problem with like being like my accomplishments define who I am.
Yeah.
Like I want to do this, 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 and this. So
Mhm.
that's like such an important thing that I'm learning.
Yeah.
But
I know.
to even think, soon you will be turning 30 and have been very open about that on social media.
Yes.
I will say I've been following you for forever, but
Oh,
also
thanks.
am a stalker. So
Me too. Me too.
I went through all the TikToks I was scrolling and
Yes.
you spoke about like these questions that you had and also embracing the confidence of almost being 30. And I wanted to
Mhm.
talk to you a little bit about that.
Okay.
How does that feel? Like, what does it feel like to grow and change
Mm.
and evolve in such a confident way?
It's like bittersweet, to be honest, because it's kind of like a snake shedding its old skin. You
Mm.
know that there's beauty to come on the end of it, but you're like, no, I want to hold on to my old skin. Like it's comfortable, it's warm, it's cute, it's
Mhm.
fluffy, all those things. But knowing that there is a brighter side to life as you age is very exciting.
Yeah.
I love to look at women who are on social media talking about their experience as 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus. I'm like, wow, okay, it gets better, it gets easier, it gets more fun,
Yeah.
and you feel more confident. I think as women in our 20s, just not even just women, just adults in their 20s, we're like always thinking we have to have it figured out. We have to be super confident. We have to know what we want to do in life and just strive to be the most excellent version of ourselves. But I love seeing older generations and older people say that that's not true. So it
Mhm.
kind of alleviates that pressure to being perfect. And that is something that I'm constantly reminding myself of. Like, I'm only 29% done with life.
Ooh.
And there's so much more to gain in terms of wisdom, experience, fun, excitement. So I'm just excited. Like, it sounds lit, honestly. The 30 plus year olds, they're like, oh yeah, girl, come to the
Yeah.
side. I'm like, oh, I'm
Seriously.
coming. I'm coming.
Yes. I've heard 30 is the new 20. Like it
Yeah.
is, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared. I can't lie. Like mid 20s,
Really?
I
Why
was
are you
like, oh my God.
scared?
I was just like, I can't believe I don't even know what I'm doing. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just winging it. But I think
Yeah.
right now with my job, like I have met so many people and
That's great.
realized that nobody has it figured out. Like we're all just kind of faking it and
Yeah.
it's
Hmm.
going, but it's
Yeah.
also like, it's not that serious.
It's not that serious. I agree. And I
It's,
also look around at like older people in my family, older people in my circle, social media, and I'm
Mhm.
just like, okay, they're 50 and starting over. That means regardless of what I do now, if I mess up, if I fail, quote unquote, I can still start over and
Right.
over and over and over, you know? So that's very comforting to know. So I feel you on that.
This break is just waiting for a mission driven brand that understands what the Baldie Diaries is doing here. Now, let's get back to the episode. Something you mentioned kind of made me connect to mental health and how you
Mm.
keep your mental health afloat while being a business owner, while literally traveling the world, doing
Yeah.
content. How do you balance? Do you
Uh,
balance?
I ask myself that all the time. I also look around to see what other people are doing too, like as business owners, as creatives. And I found that there is just no balance.
Yeah.
There is just no such thing as balance, unfortunately. As much as I like crave the balance, I just, in this season in life, I can't seem to find a balance and I have to come to terms with that. I think that there might be a season where I do find balance in everything that I'm doing, but right now I haven't. I also have ADHD, so in terms of like my mental health, I have ADHD. I was diagnosed with severe anxiety, with depression. So I do battle with mental health. It's an up and down roller coaster for me.
Yeah.
But the more the more I'm comfortable diving into it, the more I'm like figuring out tools and little tricks that I can do to calm my brain, to calm my nervous system. And honestly, TikTok too, it helps to see other people dealing with what I'm dealing with too. So I learn from them. So yeah, in terms of balance, I don't really have a balance these days, but I just keep pushing through. I think the one consistent thing I do every single day is wake up, I have to walk my dog, which is a blessing in disguise because you're getting vitamin D immediately when you wake up, which is great for your body, great for your brain. I love listening to podcasts every morning for inspiration, or I love listening to like an audiobook to get my mind off of my thoughts. But yeah, that's how I try to keep some type of balance in my life.
Yeah. And thank you so much for being so open and honest.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Like I listen to, I'm not sure if you listen to Diary of a CEO.
Oh yes, I love him.
I love him too.
I love him so much.
Steven.
Yes.
But that is, I've heard a lot of there's no balance. It's just kind of going. And you just, especially if you are an entrepreneur, like you are a CEO, right? Like you have your own business.
Yeah.
And it's trying to find what works for you, but also having ADHD and, you know, dealing with that day to day. How have you found what works for you organizing? Because I'm also an ADHD girly. So, hey,
I see you. Oh
um,
man. Like I said, I have no balance. I do have prescribed medication that really does help. I take Adderall. That helps significantly with keeping me focused. I also make sure to pour into my hobbies these days. I'm a creative, true and true. Like I love to, like the paintings behind me, I made them. I like to create art. I like to color in coloring books. I like to be hands-on. Go outside, have a picnic, watch Harry Potter, binge it during the weekends and things like that. Twilight, so I try to balance my emotional ups and downs stemming from my ADHD with those things. I also strive and sometimes fail at creating systems to help my brain work more efficiently. So, yeah, I will tell you when I figure out the perfect formula, but for now, I have no perfect formula, unfortunately. But it's an everyday thing, and even though I'm figuring it out every day, I'm still giving myself grace. I have to talk to myself positively. I think in the past I was more so negative, and I was like, why can't you do this? Why did you lose this? Why aren't you focusing? I was really hard on myself, but I spun that mindset into positivity, and I'm like, okay, it's okay if you forgot this. You know yourself, girl. It's fine. It'll pop up sometime soon, or make sure to write this down. You're going to forget. So those type of things I try and do.
Yeah. And there is no formula, at least from what I've seen. It switches daily. Like one day I'm writing a list, one day I need a sticky note. Like I might just forget it and then be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do that 2 weeks ago.
Right. And then it'll pop up on your desk like, oh yeah, that was a good idea.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah. It always finds its way back. And that's why I tell myself, I'm like, if it's important, it'll come back. It's okay.
It'll be back. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I want to go back to feeling. So you've said before that things don't come easy for you. And that is something that sat with me. I feel the same way. The no's, the moments you didn't get exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
Was there a moment when you failed and it hurt and you didn't,
Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh, so many. And I tried to like restructure the energy or like the feeling around failing because I'm so hard on myself. I'm a middle child. I was the golden middle child. So I was always getting the good grades. I was always the best in school. So I was conditioned to always succeed, succeed, succeed. But once I hit college, I realized, this might be a little bit more challenging than I thought, So I think when it came to school, feeling like I failed at maybe becoming like a doctor for my Nigerian household, being the first doctor, that being the first like really hard failure. I had to tell myself that it was okay. I had to tell my parents it was okay. Had to convince myself that it's not the end of the world. Um, Leaving school, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. That felt like a failure. I knew what my heart wanted to do, but of course it had to make sense for the bills and the pay and the cards and the money. But I think honestly, every failure that I used to think was a failure has propelled me into some type of success, to be very honest with you, or some type of different avenue to lead me to something maybe a little bit greater.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think college was a very not the very first time, but the first time that I was made aware that I have a lot more failures coming that I might not have anticipated in the past.
Yeah.
And I had to start being okay with that.
Wow. I mean, that really answered all the questions that I had written down. But
Thanks, girl.
you did it. But seriously, like, I think that it's so powerful with failing and like using that as motivation. And it hurts, right? Like, it's not a great feeling at all.
That's so bad.
Especially for like family standards, not being a doctor. Of course, you went to Howard and you graduated with biology, but also it was different. Like, you went a different way. You said, I'm going to start my own business. And
my parents was like, okay, you want to do that? Yeah, okay. I don't know if you have any Nigerian friends or any foreign first-gen friends. Yeah. There's a big standard, a very high standard as to what we should be doing with our careers and how we should go about life.
Yeah.
And I look at it now. It took me a while to get to this mindset. I look at it now and I'm like, okay, this is all my parents knew. So of course they're trying to push the highest standard that they know and can comprehend until they see something else. So it wasn't until I was using my modeling career or content creation to pay my bills and to even send money to family and friends who needed some financial assistance that they were like, oh, okay, you actually know what you're doing. Like, yeah, okay, you're actually not really failing like I thought you were. Like, you're not. Okay, cool. So, and in that, it also took me to prove it to myself, to prove it to them too. So it was like a bittersweet realization, and still to this day, like I still fail at certain goals that I want to accomplish or certain milestones or deadlines and things like that. But yeah, I just know that there's going to be a whole bunch more failures, quote unquote, and something's going to come of it. So I'm like, I'll just deal with it when I get there.
Truly, it doesn't go away. You will fail.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, what would you tell 18-year-old Chidi? What would you say the first time you failed?
18-year-old Chidi, what was I doing? I was in high school. I was a senior in high school. I would tell senior 18-year-old Chidi that it's okay to fail for sure. It's okay to dream. It's okay to take up space. It's okay to just try something different. Like, it's okay to not do what you're always expected to do. And that doesn't make you a bad student or a bad child, doesn't make you a bad sister. And I mean, I wish I could make my younger self be more forgiving, but you just learn that over time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I think figure out my needs first and foremost before prioritizing other people's needs. I think that's a big one. Because even to this day, I'm still learning like what my needs are in business, in personal life, everyday life. So, yeah, I think those are the things.
Yeah. And can you speak a little bit more about taking up space?
Yeah.
And how you've kind of navigated that?
Yes. Oh, man. Still something I'm working on to this day. When it comes to taking up space, I feel like I have always been very sure of myself, but because maybe others around me haven't been as confident or as sure as themselves or willing to take risks as I was or I am, they needed a little bit more like emotional support. They needed a little bit more like a hug. They needed me to be there for them. So I would put my needs in the back burner. I would put my emotions on the back burner. I would make sure my siblings, older and younger than me, I'm in the middle. I would make sure they're fine. I'd make sure my mom is fine. My dad is fine. When there's maybe like some ruckus or arguments in the house, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Who do I help first? Before like checking in with myself, before maybe going to my room and just isolating just to figure out how I feel first. I would just not show up for myself first and foremost and then others. So I'm unlearning those patterns, and to this day I have to stop questioning myself in terms of my intentions or how it was portrayed or how somebody took my actions. If I tell them like, okay, this was my intention, this is what I was intending to do, I have so much love for you, all these things, it's up to them to take that for what it is and allow me to be me without saying, oh no, you're wrong, you're this person, those type of things. That's how I'm trying to show up more for myself these days. Even in business, being somebody who can do everything is not healthy, at least in this season in my personal life. Delegating, asking for help, telling people what I need very directly, not trying to soften the blow all the time, sugarcoat things, because in the end, business is business. So I have to remind myself, like, it's okay to show up as who you are. You're a boss. You know what you want. You know what it's supposed to look like. You've done this before. Let them know what you need, what you want. So those are the ways that I'm trying to show up for myself now.
Yeah. And it's hard. I'm a recovering people pleaser.
Yes.
And it's a work in progress. Like
it's a work in progress.
My first step is I wanna just go up, take the easy way out, right? If you're happy, then I'm happy. And so trying to make myself happy first and then being okay with if other people are not happy with that. And I think you made a really good point about really putting yourself first. Like that's the important part of it.
Yeah. I think that people also misconstrue putting yourself first or having boundaries, specifically women, more specifically Black women, when women are putting themselves first, when they are standing up for themselves, setting boundaries, taking up that space, they're often seen as like the bitch or they're doing too much or too aggressive. But in all reality, it's the lack of that makes people look that way at us. Even with my family, family and friends, I'm very like stern, very assertive. I'm not afraid to tell people what I expect from them or what I'm going to do or XYZ. I'm not afraid of confrontation. So they would be like, oh, you're being mean, and oh, you're this, that, and the third. And it's really not that I'm mean. It's that I'm just sticking up for myself. I'm being assertive. I'm setting boundaries. And just because you don't do that doesn't mean that I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so important to, okay, confrontation isn't great all the time.
Right. Agreed.
But it is necessary.
Right. There's healthy confrontation and then there's negative, combative. Yeah. Agreed.
And setting boundaries, especially like you said, as Black women specifically, it is it's seen as you're mean, you're aggressive, and we know all the microaggressions that come with just speaking up for yourself. And so it is common for people women specifically, to become smaller, especially in spaces that are male dominated. Owning your own business, owning Baldare, how have you, you spoke about it a little bit already, but taking up space, how have you asserted your boundaries?
Yeah. Internally with Baldare, like I said, take up more space with delegating. For a while, I would feel bad for asking for too much help of my employees like, oh, they're already doing too much, or oh, they might have a lot on their plate with their personal lives. But at the end of the day, we all know this is a business. We all know things have to get done. And the more I'm taking on, the more the business can potentially fail. So I'm learning to show up as somebody who knows how to delegate and do it well, and be kind and be understanding and be a boss that I would want to have. I think that's what I love about me as a boss. I am the boss that I would have loved to have, because I don't think it's hard to be an understanding, kind, but also assertive boss. You know, we get the job done. Externally, in terms of showing up, Baldare is home to a very niche market of people who are often forgotten about, regardless of it being hair or beauty or accessories, regardless of the world and industry. So having to take up space is literally what we have to do every day. We are always demystifying what people think it means to be a bald person. We're always re-educating people. We're always dealing with people who might not be in the know of how it feels to be a baldie, or why people are baldies, and what you should say to baldies, what you shouldn't say to baldies. So having to stick up for myself as a bald person, and also stick up for my baldies as well within my business, that's how I love to take up space for the bald community and for Baldare specifically. One day we will absolutely be in large retailers like Sephora, Ulta Beauty, and that's, in my opinion, quite literally taking up the space that is deserved of bald people. I think that it's unfortunate that baldies can't really go in retail shops and shop scalp care. You know, they have to see, unfortunately, products that are promoting hair care all the time, products that are promoting the stigma of hair failure, or just some type of failure associated with being bald. So that's how I strive to show up and take up space with Baldare.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing answer. 10 out of 10.
Thanks. Thanks.
On the charts. Baldare was sent to me, and this is my first year without a wig. So it has been such a journey, but Baldare was sent to me, maybe I want to say, like, it was before, so maybe a year and a half ago, that I first found Baldare, and I got literally all of it for Christmas and have been using it down. Yes.
Who sent it to you?
My mom. She was quick. She was like, she said, I got you the whole thing. And I was like,
Stop. I love hearing that. That is, I love that.
It has been such a defining just brand for me as somebody with alopecia, with hair loss. Like, it is so amazing to see how much you do advocate and how much you are doing just from this idea of putting the scalp first. And I know that you previously mentioned that it's not just for people who have hair loss or either choose to go bald. It's for people who have hair as well, and they can put it and use it on their scalp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
that's beautiful. I love that she sent that to you.
Yes.
I love hearing stories like that. So I appreciate you sharing that with me. That made me very happy.
Of course. Yeah. Yes. No, seriously, it's revolutionary. You're doing it. It definitely will be in Sephora and Ulta. It's going to be a Target, all of it.
This is a luxury audio experience brought to you by whatever bold beauty brand chooses to fill this space. Now, let's get back to the episode.
Real quick side question. Well, you said astronomy a little earlier, and then I also saw that you're a Scorpio.
Yes.
And
girl, okay, so let me remember. Hold on.
Virgos are so Beyonce. Virgo. Beyonce is. We're not Beyonce's birthday for me. Okay, so it is. Yes. Well, the podcast is always Beyonce. Yes. Okay, I'm jumping right back in because that was.
No worries. No worries. We love a Zodiac Tangent.
Yes, Rose is Zodiac. You spoke about delegating. That is the hardest thing for me. I want things done right, and I'm like, I'll just do it myself.
I'll just do it. It's okay. I'll just do it.
It's fine. Yeah. Don't even worry about it. And it's like, I have so much on my plate already, but I'm like,
explaining it to you will just take so much time.
It's so much time. I know what I want. I know how to do it. And I will stay up all night watching this YouTube video and figure out how to do it the right way.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to actively fight myself on that. Just because I know it leads to burnout for me. And then it also leads to resentment as well. And you start to just do too much. Like you take too much onto your plate. You start to resent the people around you. Like, oh, I wish I had XYZ around. Like, why can't they do this for me? But sometimes them doing it a different way doesn't mean they can't get it done, So it's like you have to allow people to help you in a different manner as long as it gets done. Now, it's completely different when they're actually really doing something wrong. That's different. But for example, like if you want something done at a certain time that day, but you don't say that, you have to explain that to that person and not just expect them to prioritize that because they might have other things going on. So those are the things that I'm also learning myself, figuring out what my priority is, what the real priority is, and how to explain that to the next person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also struggle with asking for help too, because I don't need a lot of help. So when people ask for help, I'm like, you could just do XYZ. Like, why do you need help? So,
Why do you?
like, can't you just, right? What do you mean get help? Like,
you know how to do it. Come on.
Right. Just do what I would do. But, but people are not the same. And I think that's also better for my nervous system because I'm not always feeling like my plate is full with so many to-dos. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I can breathe a little bit. I can sign off for the day knowing that, okay, my assistant's going to handle this. My video editor is going to handle this. If they need help, they will ask me. Trusting them to ask questions, trusting them to do the job that you hire them to do, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you spoke about the nervous system a few times, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm a therapist. So just
Oh yeah, no, you said client. I was like, she must be okay.
Yes. And I'm in my residency, so can't claim therapist
Beautiful,
yet,
but soon.
resident in counseling.
Yes.
And the nervous system is so important, and I would love for you to speak on it a little bit more if you.
Yeah. So I'm learning exactly what my nervous system has become over time. And it's an everyday struggle to like manage it, to bring it back to equilibrium. And figuring out what makes my nervous system spike and go crazy and make me have rushes of anxiety. So I'm now more aware of the nervous system and the fact that it plays so much of a part into just everyday life and my anxiety, my stress, my depression, my ADHD. So I think it's important for everybody, honestly, to like tap into the nervous system. I think that the microbiome was big for a lot of people, like figuring out what their gut health is doing, what's going on with their gut, what they should be putting into their stomach. I think it's also important for people to put that same attention and concern into our nervous system as well, because that nervous system was created years ago and it's going to take years to undo. And, if it's a negative, coming to a positive. So yeah, I'm just learning every day. I like to listen to podcasts about it and just hear what other people are doing, honestly. And I'm in therapy, so my therapist is helping me with tools and tricks to kind of manage my nervous system and bring it back to like equilibrium.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's difficult, right? To unlearn all these things that your body just naturally was like going to do. And so I think that it's so important that you do educate yourself and learn about it. And it's so powerful. Like, yes, gut health and your physical health and internal health is very important.
Yeah.
Nervous system included, mental health. Also
I agree.
Equally included.
Do you tell your clients, like, do you educate them on their nervous system, or do you just kind of pick up on like what their nervous system is, I guess, presenting?
So I am all about somatics. I'm like, yes, I do tell them about the nervous system. I have a whole chart, and I'm like, this is how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And where are you when you're feeling this in your nervous system? And
okay.
because there's a ladder, I'm not sure but there's a ladder that we go in just in different stages when we're feeling heightened emotions, or we're, we might be lower than usual. And when we're at the bottom is when we're actually feeling joy and we feel happy. And when our nervous system is when we're in fight or flight, freeze or fawn, like we're right in the middle where our nervous system is almost to that freeze at the top, and we can't get anything done during that time. We're disassociating. We're not where we need to be. And some people live right there. And so it's unlearning survival mode. And yes,
that's exactly it. Yeah. I'm literally learning like survival mode, and it's interesting to see what it looks like when it shows up, and I recognize, I'm like, oh, I actually don't have to do that. Like, it's okay. Like, you can check out for the day, girl. It's okay. Like, the problem will be there tomorrow. You don't have to tense up. I even like see it physically in my body. I have a lot of like neck and like jaw tension stemming from that. So that alone is forcing me to rewire things, because I can't continue on in the same patterns if I want to continue on building a business and like just living a fun, happy life.
There's this book. It's called The Body Keeps the Score. I highly recommend it. It just speaks about how like we, especially Black women, it's not specifically, but I took it and was like, especially
this matters,
exactly for Black women, it is, we hold, right? We're obviously holding so much, and as human beings, we're gonna hold our traumas, our energy, just day to day. We hold stress, and it shows up one way or another if we don't deal with it. And that all has to do with our nervous system. So,
I agree.
Yes.
It's important, especially for women too. I think it's very important because we're also dealing with a lot of hormones, influxes. With men, it's a little bit easier because, their hormones aren't as imbalanced as ours are every single month. And we are just a more emotional being. So like if you have a heightened nervous system with maybe extremely imbalanced hormonal system, it's just a cloud. It's just chaos. So if you can manage one while the other is just doing its thing, it's just seems a little bit more stress-free and happy. So
yeah, for sure. I'm like, again, how did we get on this conversation?
I know, we're just girls.
We're just, just girls. It's fine. I want to go back to Baldare. Okay. Because that's where we were. And I know we were talking about boundaries and things like that. But Baldare is a company growing as much as it is. How are you feeling? Like, what is that feeling like to have all your work being paid off or seeing it being paid off?
It is very... In my day-to-day life, it doesn't feel like anything besides a task or like a homework assignment, just because that's who I am. And I'm a high achiever and I like to get things done. But I'm learning to take every small win for what it is, just simply a win. I fight that by looking at reviews that come in. I love looking at reviews that come in. I love looking at like DMs and comments that I get on social media. It's so warming and surreal to know that you're doing something cool, like you're doing something that is meaningful, and people see the worth in what you're doing. And holding events like the Baldie Brunch last year really put things into perspective for me. I think it took like about 4 or 5 years to really snap into my head what I'm doing with the Baldie community. Because at the brunch, it was just like so beautiful. Everybody was telling me their stories, and I look around and everybody feels comfortable and just having a good time, smiling, laughing. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Like, I did this. This is beautiful. Like, this is my purpose in life, I think. I'm still learning if it's my purpose in life. I think that we never really know until we know, So right now, this feels like my purpose in life. And it just feels good. Like, even on my bad days, in business, I'm like, well, this Baldie got her scalp care. She feels good. She's new to the community. She feels welcome. Things like that just brighten up my day a little bit more, even though I am dealing with like admin and maybe low sales days or things like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I love my little baby, my company, and I could not see myself doing anything else right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And just going off that, I want to know how you celebrate your accomplishments.
That's a great question. I don't do it the best. These days, I celebrate myself with a day off and some ice cream, Snickers, a little cozy movie night. If I want to go out to eat, I'll go out to eat. But just like taking a moment to breathe for a second and just like thinking about it, journaling about it.
Yeah.
And be like, you know what? You did that. You really did that.
And are doing it. Period.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
And
you.
it is, I was like, I feel good. I got my package. Like,
Thank you.
over here feeling great. So I spoke about it earlier, but it is so amazing to see something that's kind of built for people like us. And it's like a belonging.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that it also helps for me to be or to feel like I'm some type of problem solver in a sense. If it's just making somebody feel seen, I feel like I'm helping them feel seen or I'm assisting in some type of way to make them feel like safe in this community, to make them feel like they're not the other anymore. That's why I would love to get in spaces like Sephora and Ulta because they're all about celebrating different types of beauty. And I think that it's not fully accurate to say that when there are different types of beauty that aren't being celebrated yet. So I think that's where I really want to show up for us. But yeah, it just feels good to know that a Baldie gets me, I get them. I love to hear about any problems or issues that Baldies might be experiencing and seeing how I can use my science background and my business to maybe alleviate some of those issues. And it's just fun. I like making products and stuff like that. And just talking to people, it's like, hey girl, like tell me your life story. Like, hey.
Yes. No, seriously. For a while,
Yes.
you were in your
Literally.
kitchen making these products, doing it, right? And
Yes.
really it shows your drive and how much went into it. But also, I cannot imagine the stress and everything and like
Oh yeah.
doing everything yourself. And I'm so happy for you that you did. Like I said, I was scrolling, but I'm happy that you found someone to help you out and just going through the process.
Yeah.
But starting from your kitchen and finding the products and building it yourself, like, girl, you were doing it. What was that like?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It's in the beginning too was so fun, like just being in my kitchen, mixing things up and experimenting and just trying things on. I've always been a DIY girly. So even if I have like the latest and the greatest skincare from whatever store, I'm always like, let me use my honey and my brown sugar, see what I could do with that first.
Love a honey and
you
brown
know, so I kind of poured that into my company and it's been fun to see what I can create. And yeah, oh my gosh, we're only 5 years in. God bless. We've made it this far. Some businesses don't make it this far. We made it this far and we're still growing. So with growth and with scaling, we actually have a manufacturer taking on the products in September. So I won't be making products in my kitchen anymore. So that'll be amazing. But with that will come new stresses and new struggles. So it's a constant uphill battle, but I know that it's worth it in the end.
Yeah. I mean, it is. And like you said, God willing, it will continue to grow. Is there any part of you that's upset about not making these things?
Yes. No, yeah. I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm going to have to create like a whole different routine for myself now, like a whole different schedule. But you know what? I do really miss just being a creative and making content, marketing, advertising. I love creating content. So because I have had to pour so heavily into making the products, for the past 5 years, and more often in the past 2 years, because we've had like a really increase in sales. I haven't had the time and the energy to make the content that I want and just like relate to Baldies, get the Baldare name out there, because I am working physically in the kitchen making products. So I won't miss that aspect of it, but I will miss, like, I guess, the intimacy of it, just handling everything specifically with care. And now I'm going to have to give it to somebody else on a larger scale and trust that they are doing the best thing for my company and my Baldies. But I do love our manufacturers. I think I was lucky with them. So yeah, I'm excited.
Good. Yeah. And it is like releasing. Like it's like
Yes. Like, I can breathe a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. It takes me hours. Even today, I was making products, doing orders. It takes me hours to do a lot of orders because I'm making everything from scratch, and I can only do so much in my kitchen. So it's definitely going to be a big release, and I'm going to celebrate 100%.
As you should. I hope that you are. It's a huge accomplishment.
Thank you.
And like I said, growing as much as really you can. I want to go back to Baldie Brunch.
I love it.
I am so excited. I'm so excited for Baldie Brunch. And what is the experience? What can I look forward to?
So the Baldie Brunch was created last year. This will be our second annual. And the Baldie Brunch was essentially created in September, specifically to celebrate Alopecia Awareness Month. And we also have done Shave It September as well. So we do Shave It September and Alopecia Awareness Month. So we just use the brunch to create good vibes, celebration of being bald, being with your community, being safe, showing up cute, getting some mimosas, being spoiled. Baldies leave with swag bags. And it's just an opportunity to feel safe in your community, specifically in the DMV. We hope to bring it to different states and cities and countries. Just seeing people that look like you makes you feel like you're not the other. It makes you feel accepted. It makes you feel like you are beautiful. You can be confident. You have the right to take up space and be who you are regardless. You don't have to put on a wig to show up. I would not want you to put on a wig and like, I want to see the bald head. Like, show up as you are, And even if you do want to show up in a wig, you're still celebrated regardless of how you show up. So that's just the energy that I love to pour into the event. I love to spoil. I love to gift people things. I'm a gift giver. So I love being able to use my background with content creation and influencing to connect with brands and connect those brands to Baldies who maybe not are aware of the connection that is already there, So yeah, it's just a fun community feel events, feel good vibes.
And it seems, I mean, social media does its job, right? Like it is so, And so I'm so excited to be surrounded by people that look like me. Like it's so important to have that representation. That's what the Baldie Diaries is about. Representation to speak about it. So
this episode is brought to you by Future Abundance, because the right sponsor will feel aligned, authentic, and right on time.
So we have a tradition.
Okay.
And hopefully you're a little prepared. It's called Scalp Confessions. And this is where you share anything, a funny, awkward, raw moment about your bald journey.
It's time for Scalp Confessions.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have a few funny stories.
Okay.
The one that stands out the most is my interaction with TSA. So I was traveling back. I forgot where I was traveling from, and I was going through TSA, and I believe I had like a dad hat on or like a hoodie on or something like that. And you really couldn't see like my body and I guess my chest or my hips or my butt and things like that. So as TSA workers do, they have very loud voices. They like to yell. They like to, of course, give you the instructions on what to do.
Right.
So it was super early in the morning. So I feel like this TSA agent was probably not having the best morning. I think I asked him a question and he was at the same time yelling at me, telling me what to do. And he didn't see that I was a woman because I maybe had a hat on or I was a Baldie, something like that.
Right.
And he called me sir. And I was like, do you mean ma'am? He was like, sir. I said, oh, okay. Okay, this energy in the morning. This is early.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Right off the wake up is
right off the wake up is crazy. Like I didn't even do anything to you. I'm like my business, you know. We still have morning breath. Like I didn't do anything to you.
I'm literally just trying to get on the plate.
You know, yeah. And I think that was just like there's nothing that I could have done differently for that person to recognize that I'm a bald woman. So it was just like a surreal moment, something you would see in movies, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it stuck out to me. And I could only laugh. Like I could only just like look back and be like, okay, anyways, you know, it's okay, whatever. Like I know, like underneath all this, I'm the most feminine, like I'm a curvy, slim, thick, you know what I'm saying? Like woman, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm playing with so like, I just have to laugh at things like that. So dealing with those interactions are interesting. They're funny sometimes. And it just makes me like reflect on the experience as a Baldie. But yeah, that's just what I actually, before I was a Baldie, I love wearing wigs. I used to wear wigs a lot. And I was wearing a wig in high school. And this is when like wigs weren't like the coolest thing to wear, you know? So people were still figuring out wigs. So I was walking home with my friends. I think it was 2 friends at the time. And I walked under a tree, and me being the tall one, my wig snagged on one of the branches and it like yanked my wig back. And luckily my friends were in front of me and I was in the back. But I like hurried up and like readjusted it, pulled it back. Yes. I said, oh, did you guys see that?
Nothing. Yeah, don't even worry about it. We're good. No,
we're good. I was just looking at the birds, you know.
Yeah, I was just very humbling.
You know, it is very humbling. It's
very
hilarious, but it's also very humbling. Yeah,
it is. Yes, and no, that's also a very great scalp confession. Like so many stories that come with just like wigs in general, and also being a Baldie. Like people don't know how to respond, and like what you were saying earlier, teaching people how to respond, or like just saying, you know, getting that question like, do you have cancer? Things like that. It's like first move. And so sometimes I just like my hair.
You know, I'm just
like
exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think those questions are going to be a thing for a while until people are actively trying to learn about the Baldie community, and until people are taking up space, like Baldare, for example, companies are taking up space to show that Baldies are normal. Like it's not going to be normalized. So those questions are still going to be a thing, unfortunately, but we'll get there eventually.
It's one step at a time.
Yes. One step at a time, one comment at a time.
Exactly. Yeah. And scalp confessions is that's why we have the segment, because we gotta know. We gotta talk about it. People do need to know.
Yes.
Well, last question is, speaking to the audience, what is something that you would like people to know that you don't really show?
That's a nice question. I would say, first thing that comes to mind, that I'm a very goofy, silly person. And although I appear to be maybe like hard or just like intimidating on the surface, I am very down to earth. And I would love for people to just see that first and foremost, and just like be open to that part of me. I think that a lot of times they see one image of me and they're like, oh, she's probably like really mean. Like, I don't know if I should talk to her. Like, I love talking to people. I love when I'm able to just be myself fully with people.
Yeah.
But I usually have to do that times 10 in order for somebody else to break their walls with me, which is fine. I'm used to doing that. But I think that's what I would love the world to know. Like, I am just a normal, goofy, silly girl. And we can sit and watch Harry Potter and Twilight together and just go to the park or have a movie night, you know, things like that.
Yeah, I Love that. And also speaking to you directly has been such an amazing experience.
Thanks.
What is your hot take about Baldie life as a whole?
My hot take. Ooh.
And put you on the spot with this.
I know, right? That's okay. My hot take. Okay. My hot take is you do not have to have the confidence to step into the Baldie life. The confidence comes after stepping into the Baldie life. I think that people think that they have to have the confidence to cut their hair fully or just go for it first. And that's just not the case. Like with anything in life, with riding a bike, you weren't confident at riding a bike until you started riding the bike. And then now you're confident at riding a bike. So I think that women or men with alopecia, dealing with hair loss, dealing with chemotherapy, baldies like myself who prefer the hairstyle, just want to be bald.
Right.
It is okay to not have confidence going into it. Like you're not going to have the utmost confidence until you really do it and feel it and see like, oh, I'm cute. Like I can work with this. This is nice. I feel good, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that is my hot take. Thinking that you have to have the confidence first to fully step into it.
Yeah. And that is a great hot take because I'm still learning.
Yeah, honestly, I feel you.
A journey, right? Like
Yes.
I'm learning. It's like riding a bike, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall sometimes, but I'm getting back up. And also interviewing people, talking to people that are experiencing hair loss and also choosing.
Yes.
It's so like sometimes looking in the mirror is like, oh my gosh, I have no hair. But I'm still here. Like
I'm still here. I'm still cute. I'm still showing up. I'm still confident. Even on my like less confident days where I'm like, oh, like my hair is not like ironically, when my hair is not cut and I have more hair on my head, I feel like I don't feel my best. I'm like, I need a haircut. Like I need to take all this hair off so I can just like shine and be a glazed donut.
That's so
on the days where I'm not feeling the most confident, I'm like, it's okay. You're still cute. Like I'll literally talk to myself in the mirror and be like, it's okay. You're still cute. Just go get your hair. Yes. But even with hair, you're still cute too. So that confidence I think is also up and down as a Baldie specifically because we're dealing with societal norms. We're dealing with beauty standards that were created for us. And we're having to teach ourselves what it feels to be beautiful and teach others that we're beautiful as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, I feel the exact same, like being glazed donut. Cause like I'm BJ Ariana, so like my spots show, you can kind of see them right now, but like,
see, it's cute, girl.
You know,
I love it too, because you can like see your whole face and like, your head is also a really nice shape.
People are way more supportive than I thought they would be. I realized that my biggest hater is me. Like
oh my gosh, say that again. Yes.
It's been a journey and like people are not as mean as my mind made it seem at all.
Yeah.
They're actually just curious or they're ignorant and want to learn more. Like it's just.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's beautiful that we do live in an age where we have social media, so we do get to see different types of people all the time. So we don't feel alone or we don't feel like we are the other. We don't feel like we're so different all the time. And I love that you don't have to go through your positive journey by yourself and just living. Like I feel like the baldness is an accessory. It shouldn't ever be like I'm the bald girl, you know, like it shouldn't lead before we lead as our character, as a personality. Yeah. So I love that. The bald head. I feel like everybody says it like when we were bald. I don't know, but like the bald head suits you. But no, the bald head does really suit you.
Thank you.
Yes.
It suits you as well. Seriously. Like it just fits. And sometimes, you know, God, the universe.
Yeah, I agree.
The relationship. So that's exactly why I was like, no, we need this. And it needs to be human. It needs to be
literally
for humans because everyone goes through hair loss. Like men do not talk about their alopecia if they have it. I was on TikTok trying to find people. And it's like
It's harder with the men.
It's harder with the men to
I
find
talk about that all the time with my social media manager, and we're like always looking for men to show that we do create products for men too. We're like unisex, universal. But because men don't show up, like you said, as bald women do, it's hard to show the rest of the bald men that you're not alone. And it's
Exactly.
just like the girls love content. We love creating content. We love taking pictures of ourselves, videos.
Right.
We love showing off our bald head, all those things. But for guys, there's a different stigma behind being bald, you know? So I don't think they're as proud as we are to be balds
Yeah.
universally yet. So I cannot wait for that to be a thing and to get rid of all the shelves where the products are sitting saying hair growth serum and grow your hair with this and like, you know, just like just promote scalp-first products.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Please. And that's what
Yeah.
I mean. Like, try all of them and still here. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
know, yeah. It's like it's damaging to a person's soul, damaging to a person's confidence
yeah.
because you're just trying to sell a product, you're just trying to make money. And I always say that if a scalp-first brand or company were to ever supersede Baldare getting into Ulta or like Sephora and things like that, I wouldn't care. I would love that. I think that they're paving the way for Baldare. You know, as long as there's somebody representing Baldies and not making Baldies feel like they're missing something in their life or they're wrong or they need to fix something, I would be happy with that. So I think that's important.
Yeah. And I think that shows your intention too, though. Like, that shows also who you are because it's not about just your success. It's about the message and like how other people can feel supported. So I think that's so powerful. And hopefully soon men will feel supported to be like, hey, I have alopecia and let's talk about it.
Yes.
Can go into the store and
very soon.
Can go into the store and find Baldare. Chidi, thank you so much for being so honest, so real, so rooted in power. You've shown us that being bald isn't about losing. It's literally about becoming. And I am so appreciative, again, of your intention, your power, your space that you're taking up, right? And we're all better for it. I appreciate you so much for being on the Baldie Diaries. And hopefully you'll come back soon.
Yes, happy to be here.
Yes.
Anytime, let me know.
Well, thank you so much. Enjoy your time. Please take care of yourself, your nervous system, your mental health.
Oh, thank you so much.